question to start. So when Nikita first started in season 1, she was kind of a loner, but then over the season, she really kind of found a family. So in the finale, why was the decision made to have Nikita kind of lose her desire to be with the family and kind of go back to being a loner and, leave the family?
I think that it's a case of relapse, really, to self-destructive behavior that isn't fully addressed, so it hasn't fully gone away yet. And when she does it, it's not like she's making the choice to be alone because she wants to be a loner consciously. She's saying, I'm doing it because the heat that's about to come down on me is so big, I want to essentially, I don't want them to be hurt by it. So I'm going to go off by myself and take it on myself. Though I think that behind that there's something that she hasn't dealt with yet. That was the reason that she keeps lonering out.
Is that something that will be addressed then in the last 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Like what the driving force was?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tease?
Well, I think it starts early in a person. I think it starts like in childhood, and she had a rough childhood, and so we're sort of she needs to deal with that. Division's not really the place that is big on that kind of therapy. They like to take a damaged person and twist the damage to make you a great killer, not to really fix your problems. So she still really hasn't addressed that stuff.
I always loved, and I really loved last season, how he really explored the relationships between a lot of different characters, not just Nikita and Alex and Michael and Nikita. So are we going to see more of that in the last 6 episodes? Nikita and Amanda and kind of exploring more between the cast?
Yes, I think so. I think there's a little bit more sort of in that to wring out. We don't want to repeat ourselves, but I think that there's some more stuff to get out between all of them. Finally.
Do you know how it ends?
Yeah, I think so. I think I know how it ends. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But like I said, I thought Amanda was going to die last year. I was pretty sure of that, and it didn't happen. So I'm open to change.
Can you talk a little bit about going into writing the season knowing that it's going to be the end and only 6 episodes as opposed to arcing out a full 22?
Mm-hmm. It was great. I mean, knowing it is like such a blessing for writing, because you know what you're writing to, as opposed to you're writing vaguely to something that you may have to elongate or something like that. So we started talking about the end on the day 1. We started talking about the ending moment. That's how we started. Not how it's going to go, where's it going to go, how we're going to start. It's like, let's figure out the end and work back from there. So, and knowing 6 made that a lot more tangible.
With the Division facility now gone, how have you are taking advantage of kind of the freedom to have new locations and that going into the last 6 episodes?
Well, we're making their headquarters in a plane, in a 727 that Alex, a cargo jet that Alex, like Udinov Air, has given them, and that they can fly all over the world and get to those places. And I think it kind of is a symbol for them being on the run. It's good that they have like this mobile base, and it's kind of rickety.
I'm just asking Aaron, who's going to fly the plane?
It's kind of a joke in the show, so I don't but like we're still figuring that out in a weird way. Like it was going to be Cyrus, it was going to be but basically right now it's like I think Burkhoff can fly, Michael can fly. They set it on autopilot when they get up to cruising altitude, and then someone's got to go land. But we don't have just some dude in the cabin going like, what are you guys doing?
So like Sean, it didn't miraculously get resurrected or something to fly the plane?
No.
If you trying to explain this, if you knew you had 6 episodes to wrap it up, last season, do you think it could have been done, or is it more you kind of realize you had 6 episodes, you kind of change your game plan a little bit?
There's probably a storyline or 2 that we were going to do that we won't do now, but decide that, because honestly, if it wasn't 6, I thought it was going to be 13. I didn't think it was going to be a full 22. So that much of it.
Did you write, when you wrote the end of last season, did you do it with, not knowing if you were really going to be back, or did you kind of have an inkling?
I felt we were going to be back. I felt they were definitely going to bring it back for something. Thought it was going to be 13.
Okay, we did too.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a happy ending for any or some of the characters?
Yeah. Some of them.
So who? No.
So division is kind of what brought everyone together. Are we going to see how division no longer existing may cause rifts in some of these alliances and friendships?
Well, they've gotten along outside of it. Like season 2, they were essentially outside of it. So I don't know. I mean, the fact that it's being brought to the surface, it was always a secret. That was almost, you could say, its defining feature, that it was secret. That's really what gave it its power. And now it's all kind of coming out in the press. That's what's happening in season 4. And that gets a lot of fingers pointed and stuff. But I think they've formed a bond that's beyond the place, like Survivor bond.